Completely ripped off on her first claim after 60 years on a hail damage or roof.
Right now, they called the police. They're trying to get my civil rights violated.
I just want to give you guys a chance to respond.
No, you can't record here. We can't disclose anything about the claim of personal privacy.
Okay.
Leave.
All right.
All
All right. Yep. Sure. Excuse me, guys. They just asked me to leave, so I'm leaving.
Have a good night.
Yep. Bye. There's a homeowner protesting in front of a State Farm insurance office over here in Maplewood, Minnesota. So I'm gonna go meet up with her and see what her story is. I just want to get more answers. I want to know how legitimate the claims are, and if we can, we'll even try to talk to the State Farm agent that presumably she's protesting. Here she is. She is upset. We're going to talk to her today.
Seems like you've made a lot of enemies. Seems like you've made a lot of enemies in this town. I've had many people today even pull up and tell me stories. One lady had her mother was a 60-year customer of State Farm. Completely ripped off on her first claim after 60 years on a hail damage or roof.
Hey, can I chat with you for a second?
Yeah. Okay, so I'm a 30-year State Farm customer. Perfect safety record, right? I've never had an accident, home and auto. 30 years, never had an accident, never even had a ticket, all right? Perfect customer. One night when I'm in my bed sleeping, my next door neighbor who frequents the bars, okay, comes home every night from the bar. He completely destroyed my garage, drove right through the front of it. Drove through it, knocked it off the foundation a foot, twisted it, as you can see by the photos, completely destroyed it, knocked it off the foundation. It's twisted, it's collapsed. All two side walls are bowing out. The two ends, as you can see, are caving in. All right, and the roof collapsed. For 2 years, State Farm told me that they're gonna have this replaced. Now this was right when COVID started. This happened in the beginning of April of 2020. At the start of COVID. They came out, well, it took till the next spring to get a contractor out. They said, yep, it's a total loss, you gotta get a replacement fee, okay? Get a bid for replacement. So I did, I live up in Hinckley, not many people up there. Okay, State Farm tells me to get a replacement bid because obviously it's a total loss. Contractor comes over and says, gives me a bid. I give it to State Farm. And that took 1.5 years, okay? It took a whole year to get them out there because it's the lockdowns and everything. So in summer of 2021, a year after this happened, they have the claim. They get a hold of the State Farm, my next door neighbor, find out what kind of insurance he's got, and he also has State Farm.
Sure.
Once they found out he has State Farm, everything stopped. They decided they're gonna send out a structural engineer to my house and see if it can be fixed. Well, everybody's declared it, they even declared it a total loss. The contractors, everybody, as you can see, it's a total loss.
Yes.
All right?
So I have a question. How long have you been paying State Farm for?
30 years.
So,
3 homes, many vehicles. I always have 2 vehicles. I just bought this house a year before. So 12 months before, I bought my 3rd home, had it insured with State Farm. All right? Perfect safety record, like I said. I had somebody came out and inspected the home, inspected this garage. This garage was tip-top, structurally sound. In fact, they only found a couple things, a little crack in the cement and it had just been sided, so the little, anyway, it's a couple minor little things.
So as somebody paying State Farm for insurance, I'm assuming for 30 years you believe that there was that they would pay something like this if it happened.
Yeah, absolutely. 100%. I paid over $250 for forever. I paid whatever they told me to pay.
And you assume that, like, when you're paying that amount of money every single month, that something like this would be covered.
When I went into his office.
Have you ever had a claim before?
I had one claim that I wasn't at fault of. When I was gone one day, a storm dropped a branch through my roof.
Yeah.
Okay, poked a hole. They fixed the hole.
Okay.
That's it. And then back in 1995, my first house, somebody kicked the door in and they bought a new door and a couple tools.
Okay,
That was so 30 years, Neither one was my fault.
Yeah.
One was in the 90s, and then another little branch that went through my roof.
Okay.
That's it.
Yeah.
I've
And why
never
do you,
caused a claim.
and why do you think that because there was a, you know, the other person had State Farm that they
Yes.
stopped wanting
That's
to talk?
when everything stopped. Everything was a go. They were ready to pay my claim. I mean, not pay. They were ready to go after the neighbor. They said, get an estimate on replacing this garage because it's a total loss. Get an estimate, and then we'll find out, because the neighbor wouldn't tell me who his insurance was.
Sure.
All right, because he goes to the bar, like I said, he's 90 years old.
Yeah.
So the 90-year-old drives through my garage, and he just went home, didn't even tell me. I went out the next day and saw this. So
what would you like to happen here? What do you think State Farm should do if they get...
well, okay, so at this point, I get a lawyer, okay? Because they stalled me. What they ended up gave me $454. Now they changed their mind. They sent out a structural engineer from Chicago, Illinois. 2 structural engineers came from Chicago, Illinois, and decided that this can be squared up, they said. And so they mailed me a check for $454 and said, this can be fixed for $454. See that? And I have more pictures too.
Is this your State Farm agent?
Yes.
Okay.
It's his desk, and when I sat at his desk, I bought my 3rd house in Hinckley. I wanted everything insured, okay?
Yeah.
Because I sold everything I had. I'm 60 years old, and I bought my house for cash, and I had everything perfectly inspected because I can't have nothing go wrong. My home was inspected, the garage is inspected, everything tip-top shape. First of all, they tried to say that there's something wrong with the garage. Well, I pulled out that inspection, and that was the end of that.
Yeah.
Next thing they did is they stalled me for 2 years. After 2 years, I'm still parking in the getting run around. I'm handing a $454 check for this, and I said, when am I going to get more money? And they said, well, it's been past the 2 years. We don't have to pay you anymore.
Yeah.
They are the ones that stalled me for 2 years and telling me I'm going to get a garage the whole time, leading me on, getting bids and all this stuff during COVID.
So do you think that there's a pattern with State Farm customers where they defer and distract and stall?
Absolutely, because I came here Monday and I came here today. I had a couple dozen people every day. In fact, I have it on my video. I recorded it today. A woman said her mother, a 60-year State Farm customer, filed a claim in North St. Paul 2 years ago on hail damage. First claim in 60 years, and they denied her. When everybody on the block got hail damage and their roof replaced, she got her claim denied. Right now, they called the police. They're trying to get my civil rights violated. They said this is their property.
Yeah.
This is Maple Drive. This is public access. The police are checking on it. They're out here. They came out mocking me, making fun of my sign.
The cops did?
No, the State Farm people came out mocking me, going the phone in my face, trying to provoke me, doing everything they can. They've called the police on me several times.
So why do you think that the police would come out for this?
They keep calling them.
Yeah.
They've called them I don't know how many times.
I know, but what do they think the police are going to do?
Well, he came over, the police and Aaron Runk, who owns that, they came over and he had Aaron Runk officially trespass me from here. I told the police, you better think again, you better check on this because that's Maple Drive. This is a public access. They do not own and control the public access.
I just want to give you guys a chance to respond.
You can't record in here. We can't disclose anything about the claim. It's personal privacy.
Okay.
Leave.
All right.
Can you please leave?
All right. Yep. Sure.
Excuse me.
Excuse me, guys. They just asked me to leave, so I'm leaving.
Okay. Have a good day.
Yep. Bye.
So if they had a legit side of the story, they would have told you.
Yeah.
They don't have a legit side of the story. They know they stalled me for 2 years until it was past the time. Now, even with the lawyer, you can't get nothing.
All right.
They secretly do that. The customer has no idea they're being stalled.
Yep.
So yeah, for the first year and a half, yeah, it's all go. We're gonna replace it. Just get some bids and stuff. Now this is during the height of COVID. It wasn't easy.
Yep.
And I'm up in Hinckley. There's not that many people to begin with.
Sure.
So I got put off to the next spring, and that helped. And you know what I mean.
All right. Well, I'm not trying to bother anyone, but I appreciate you sharing your story. Thank you so much. Yep. Bye. Yep. Absolutely.
Technically, all on their property, your own property.
That's what I said.
Well, I guess.
It's not, they did not own that. They can't trust me something they don't own.
This isn't public. This is all private.
Okay, well,
this
Maple
road.
Mall has not trespassed me.
They have the keep doing what you're doing.
Thank you.
But they ran out before you're doing.